are completely unequipped for this environment. Their sharp hooves slide like ice skates on the slick floor. The deer's eyes, on the side of its head, are great for spotting predators. But there's a blind spot in front, so the deer has to move its head from side to side to take it all in. And it has limited ability to see colors, so the mishmash of shapes and muted tones adds to its confusion.
It's almost like they've gone crazy.
Police believe the full-grown 200-pound bucks got spooked by traffic, then jumped a hedge, right over the retaining wall, and into the water. Every year, bucks grow a new set of antlers. They start out soft and spongy and covered with a furry skin called velvet. As the velvet sheds, the antlers calcify and become hard as bone. But Mike and Steve pull so hard on the locked antlers, one of the points snaps off. And right here, the antlers are so angular that once the points enter the holes of the hammock, they get trapped. Then when the deer struggles to get free, the rope mesh gets tied in knots around them, making it impossible for the deer to escape. A deer's feet are actually elongated toes. The tip of the toe is covered by a long, razor-sharp nail, capable of ripping flesh and leaving a gaping wound. They believe the elk was out wandering with her herd when she stepped onto the partially frozen creek and fell in. As the ice melts and the elk fights to stay afloat, the hole opens up. Now she's up to her neck and there's no way out. Worst enemy when it falls through the ice. Those spindly legs are not strong enough to lift an 800-pound body out of a hole. But what does count in the moose's favor are its 4 stomachs, which produce gases that help keep it afloat. Their coat also helps. They have hollow hairs that trap air bubbles, giving them a natural life preserver. Supervising park ranger Bill Moffett believes a herd was grazing at the top of a cliff saturated by winter rains.
That elk could have possibly dropped off the cliff from the herd, being that was a landslide area.
When the mud gave way, the 4-month-old elk rolled down the cliff and got mired in the mud. A deer's windpipe runs up the front of its neck to its mouth, with the pressure from the rope primarily on the back of the deer's neck, where its strong muscle group lies. That means while the rescue is painful and frightening, at least the deer can still breathe. The question is, for how long? As the doe struggles, those pointy hooves dig her in deeper. With every inch she sinks, more and more mud sticks to her coat. Now, instead of her fur insulating her from the cold, the compressed mud is now trapping the cold next to her body.